Devon Achane just got his bag as he was just extended and signed a 4-year, $68 million deal with the Dolphins. The Dolphins wanted to make sure they were locking down their RB1, and after the year he just had, I'm not surprised. He definitely deserved this paycheck, and there was speculation going around that maybe the Dolphins were going to move on for him, get some draft capital after they let go of Waddle, Tua, Tyreek, but they wanted to make sure they were keeping 28 in their backfield for years to come.
Yes! We did it! We finally extended a great player! Devon Achane ain't going anywhere, baby! The Miami Dolphins and Devon Achane have agreed to a new 4-year extension worth $68 million, making him the third highest paid running back in the NFL, making $17 million per year. Absolute steal. Got the deal done before guys like Jahmyr, Gibbs, and Bijan Robinson get paid. Love this extension. Devon Achane is one of those running backs in the league that's more than a running back because you can use him in the pass game. He was basically our wide receiver 3 last year behind Tyreek and Waddle. When Tyreek went down, Achane was our wide receiver 2. And I forgot what it was like extending our players. I mean, we got rid of Waddle, Tua, Tyreek this offseason, but at least Devon Achane ain't going anywhere. This jersey is not expiring for another 4 years, baby. And just wait for that Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs extensions to happen later this offseason. This deal is going to be an absolute steal. Fins up, Achane staying.
The Jets have officially re-signed Breece Hall to a massive extension and might be low-key building an offense here. So he's back on a 3-year, $45 million deal, which actually on an annual basis makes him the third highest paid running back in the league, only behind Derrick Henry and McCaffrey. And funny enough, only $1.5 million more than rookie Jeremiah Love. But back to the Jets and this potential offensive wagon they're building, because don't forget they re-signed Garrett Wilson last summer to an extension. And after drafting Kenyon Sadiq and Omar Cooper Jr., Geno Smith is going to have some weapons this year on offense. And all these young guys are locked up for the foreseeable future. So could we be seeing fireworks from the Jets offense for years to come?
The number for Jahmyr Gibbs apparently is going up. So a lot of people, Achane just signed, I think 4 years, $66 million or something like that. Or it was some crazy number like that. And, you know, now they're saying that the Falcons and the Dolphins are, or the Falcons and the Lions, might have to up the scope on Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's why Brad Holmes was trying to sign Jahmyr Gibbs. And you have people like Mike Valenti say, why would you pay a running back this type of money? And this is why, because they see things that we don't see. And check out Detroit Lions playlist. They see things that we don't see. And I don't think people understand that. Like when they do these drafts and all this type of stuff, they be seeing shit that we don't see. They got investigators to know how these dudes really working, how they moving, how they grooving, all this type of stuff. So it ain't no real mystery. He knew that, the thing was to go start paying running backs. He understood that. He understood that we had to go start paying these running backs some money early, and that's what it is. I think Achane got paid, Breece Hall got paid, and Breece Hall, he very talented. I wanted the Lions to draft him when he came out. Very talented, but he played for the Jets. He ain't nowhere near, Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson. So, also start off with Christian McCaffrey getting the bag a few years ago. And now they starting to take care of the running backs, right? And, you let Gibbs go out there and have a tremendous year. It's kind of the Jalen Duren effect. You let him play it out, you got to overpay him. Maybe if they made him Ra St. Brown weight, when he had the year that he had this year, maybe they would have got him at a discount. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if they waited to pay Penei Sewell, they would have had to give him a record-breaking deal. So it's like, it is what it is. Use discretion when you make these moves. Maybe if you pay him, Jahmyr Gibbs, go out there and maybe not the same runner without David Montgomery. But the chances is if you pay him, he probably not gonna have that big explosive. And it's a mental thing. It really is. It's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. A lot of times people say they get paid and they just, oh, I'm paid, I can relax now. Or if they don't get paid and they still fighting for that check, you know, a lot of times these dudes just like, I gotta go all out. You know, I gotta do the damn thing. I gotta get to the bag. So, I mean, obviously they might pay him now or they might wait. Who knows? You know, they got decisions to pay on make on Sam Laporta. They got a decision to make on Brian Branch. They got a decision to make on Jack Campbell, Jahmyr Gibbs. You know, so very interesting. Very interesting. So, I mean, honestly, you can make them wait it out, tag them 2 years, you know, and then you could do it that way. But then again, their reputation already took a hit. They was a player. They was becoming a players' organization. But then when it came back to that same Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders shit, when they recouped that money from Frank Ragnow, now their reputation took a hit. Now I can go all the way back down to being a shitty-ass organization. If they see the Dolphins take care of Achane, the Jets took care of Breece Hall, don't let the Falcons take care of Bijan Rock, and y'all don't take care of Jahmyr Gibbs early, y'all back in the gutter with the players again. Now y'all damn near the team that nobody want to go to, and that's the ownership. You have people saying, well, you know, it was a long, man. Plenty of organizations allowed their players, especially when they ain't had no issues off the field, and they came every day and played through injuries. They allowed them to keep that money. Ain't no money to them, bro. They can write off that shit probably. There ain't no money to them. Like I said, how much fucking more money do Martha Ford or whatever the hell her name is, Sheila Ford, need? How much money do they fucking need? Making them, oh, you got to pay your $1 million too. Why the fuck out of here, man? Let them keep that money, dog. I just don't understand it. Then they said, well, we're going to bring you back and you can work some of these events to make the money. Man, fuck them, man. The Fords been on some bullshit for history. If people really knew the history of the Fords, man, y'all, man, shit. I've talked about it here and there. Especially if you're a black person, like, man, oh man, fuck with them, man. Horrible. Mr. Ford was a horrible motherfucker, man. You know, there was alleged stories that, you know, when they was picketing out there at the Ford plant right there in the main plant right there in Dearborn, Michigan, and what's that, Oakland or some shit like that. And he would hire like mobsters to come beat their ass for picketing for more money. You know, it was, you know, if you read, allegedly he would, you know, when he paid black people less or minorities less, and when they had to go to the bathroom, he would have people follow them into the bathroom to make sure they was really using the bathroom when they you know, from break from. I mean, it's a crazy world, man. You know, people found out, you know, about Albert Cobo, so they had to change the name of that shit. Went from TCF to Huntington. Oh man, why they call Cobo no more? Because he was a racist. He didn't want your black ass in the city of Detroit. Telling y'all, man, the best, you know, the truth is in the books, bro. Start reading, dog. Start doing a little research. The truth is there. But yeah, that was some whole ass shit they did to Frank Ragnow. Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. But that's how they see you in corporate America. They don't care all the sacrifices, all the pain you did, how good of a job you do. That's how they look at you. They look at you as expendable. I seen people die right in the motherfucking job. They roll them off, pour out a little fucking liquor, and they keep it moving. They keep it moving. Start back up working. They don't care nothing about you. That's why you got people that slack. And you find it funny that the people that slack hang around the job even more. They hang around the longest. It's a crazy world we live in, bro. So if I'm Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe I do sit out. I see all these other dudes that I'm superior in. Maybe I do sit out to get my chicken. And then Breece Hall was a second round pick. I think he might enter his last year. I know him and Gibbs was 2 different years. Achane, I mean, he got picked in the, third, fourth round, so his deal was a little bit shorter. You know, people was like, we should have waited to get Achane. I mean, shit, Achane ain't been Jahmyr Gibbs. He's good. You know, he kind of been, you know, Miami, they don't run with no power, though. Mike McDaniels, and I see why they said it wasn't no fit, but hey, you know, it is what it is, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, the whole nine. Peace.